Okay, it has taken a long time, but I finally have a quick demonstration to show you. It'll take a few minutes. Let me let the computer boot up. And the computer is mounted to the back seat just like you would do to a amp normally. The front end software for the interface you use every day will load up over everything else, just like it is now. Have your little "don't use while driving" message. It'll load up your music just like you would. To navigate, you can do several things. The software supports a lot of features by gestures, so that you don't have to get into the specific menus or necessarily find the icon you want. So if you're wanting to go forward, you just make a straight right hand gesture and it'll go forward. You can go back by the same method. If you want to pull up navigation, you can just draw an N and it will pull up the navigation. Same method, you can draw a M to pull up your music. You got this neat little, visualizer that you can have running. And they give you 3 of them there. That one's my favorite. We'll also do cover art if that's an option. A gesture from the top left to the bottom right will exit out of whatever you're in. Same as before, you can pull up your OBD and it will read all that out. Speed, intake air temperature, engine load, fuel pressure, intake manifold pressure are both disabled. RPM, coolant temp, and airflow rate from the mass airflow sensor will all show. Also, it will show you pretty much real time what the timing advance is set to, your fuel trim, your throttle position. It'll also show that. It also shows you if you're running an closed loop or open loop. This little green light up here will show you if you have a data connection, because it will pull up weather. And you can, it's all through the weather channel, so you can pull up a browser to show pollen reports and everything else. When you're done, you can just exit out of that and it'll take you back there. A few other things you can do. You can obviously pull up a web browser just to look at the internet. I don't have any set up right now, but you can also set up email. And you can do this on Wi-Fi, which will come standard on it, or if you have a laptop connect or a tethering option through your cell phone company, you can also run that to get your data connection. It does have Bluetooth for phone calls and everything else, so you can do that. You have brightness settings that you can use. iPod works. You can load in pictures. I'm still working on XM. I will hopefully have an option for that. The options are very limited, so I'm still not sure on that. One neat thing about this is you can set up multiple playlists. And then cycle between them, so you can load some music to play off your flash drive, plus CD, plus whatever's built in. And it will keep track of different playlists, so you can just load those up. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty neat program. It works great, easy to use. As with anything, it does take just a little bit to get used to. I don't have the radio adapter in, but I do have one that works fine, and it does do RDS, so it will tell you, just like a lot of the Chevy OEM, it will show you the information about the station. And when the playlist, when you have multiple set, all you do is touch them and it will cycle through your different playlists. You can also eject the current one if you don't want it any longer. That's more or less it. If you've got anything you want to see on it or have questions. Oh, one last thing. One neat thing about the GPS is it does have a trip planner. So if you have a day where you're going to have multiple stops, you can actually plan those out in one large trip setup for the day. So you're not sitting there putting in navigation points all throughout the day. You can do it once and be done, which I thought was pretty handy. If you have any other questions, let me know.